My beloved child, I have heard the echoes of words meant to wound you, and I have seen the heavy shadows that follow you home from your place of work. I have watched you sit in your car for those extra moments, gathering your strength before you walk through the doors, and I have felt the tightening in your chest when certain names appear on your screen. You have felt like a target in a place where you only seek to provide, to serve, and to grow. But listen closely to my voice now, for it is the only voice that defines your reality. I am stepping into that room before you arrive tomorrow. I am standing in the hallways where the whispers gather. I am the silence that will fall upon those who seek to dismantle your peace. I am silencing the tongues that are speaking ill of you at work, for no weapon formed against you, not even the sharpest word or the most calculated rumor, shall be allowed to prosper in the sanctuary I have built around your life. Do you not know that you are the apple of my eye? When they speak against you, they speak against the work of my hands. I have seen the sleepless nights where you replayed conversations, wondering what you did wrong or how you could have been better. I want you to exhale that poison now. You do not need to defend yourself in the courts of men when the judge of the universe has already declared you justified. I am your advocate, your shield, and your exceeding great reward. The anxiety that has been gnawing at your heart, whispering that your livelihood is at risk, is a lie from the pit of darkness. I am the source of your provision, not the people who sign your paycheck. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut, and I am the one who shuts the mouths of lions when my children are in the den. You have felt lonely in that office, surrounded by people, but isolated by their coldness. I am moving in the hearts of those who have been influenced by falsehoods. I am bringing the truth to light, and it will shine so brightly that those who sought to discredit you will find themselves standing in the shadow of their own deceit. You have worried about your finances, wondering if this season of conflict will lead to a season of lack. Rest in me. I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of your enemies. I am not just protecting your current position. I am preparing you for a promotion that will come not by human favor, but by divine decree. The very people who tried to trip you will become the footstool for your next step upward. I see your integrity. I see the moments you chose kindness when you were met with cruelty. I see the way you worked with excellence even when no one was watching or when others took the credit. Your labor is not in vain, and your character is being refined in this fire, not consumed by it. I am pouring out a spirit of peace upon you that surpasses all understanding. When you walk into work tomorrow, I want you to walk with your head held high, not in pride, but in the quiet confidence that the Creator of the stars is walking beside you. You are not alone, and you never have been. I am silencing the critics, I am softening the hearts of the supervisors, and I am removing the obstacles that have hindered your progress. This is the hour of your vindication. I am turning the tide in your favor, and you will look back on the season and marvel at how I took what was meant for your harm and used it for your ultimate good. Trust the process of my protection. The whispers are fading, the accusations are falling to the ground, and my favor is wrapping around you like a royal robe. Be still, my child, and know that I am God. I am fighting for you, and you need only to remain at peace in my love. Your future is secure, your reputation is in my hands, and your miracle is already in motion. Believe that I am moving now, in this very moment, to clear the path before you, and to restore everything the enemy tried to steal from your joy. I have been present in every closed-door meeting where your name was brought up for the wrong reasons. I heard the subtle inflection in their voices when they tried to cast doubt on your competency, and I watched the way they exchanged glances when you spoke your truth. I saw you sit in that plastic chair in the break room, staring into your coffee, wondering if you were losing your mind or if the atmosphere had truly turned against you. Hear me now. You are not imagining the tension, but you are also not defined by it. I am the one who records the tears shed in the parking lot before you clock in, and I am the one who will turn those tears into the very oil that anoints your next season of leadership. I am moving through the digital threads of your workplace, through the Slack channels and the hidden email folders where words were used as weapons. I am placing a divine encryption over your reputation. Those who seek to find a flaw in your work will find only excellence, for I am sharpening your mind and steadying your hands. Even when they look for a reason to accuse you, their eyes will be clouded, and they will find nothing but the fruit of my spirit manifesting in your diligence. Remember the project you stayed late to finish, the one where others claimed the credit while you walked away in silence. I have written your name on that success in a permanent ink that no human hand can erase. I am bringing that hidden work into the light of the supervisors who have the power to move you forward. I am softening the heart of the one you fear most, the one whose coldness has felt like a wall. I will make them your greatest advocate, or I will remove them from your path entirely to make room for a mentor who sees your worth. You have felt like a target, but I am making you a pillar. A target is meant to be hit, but a pillar is meant to hold up the weight of the house. You are being strengthened for a structural purpose. Do not be surprised when the very people who whispered behind your back suddenly find themselves coming to you for advice. I am making your wisdom a wellspring that they cannot ignore. I am healing the trauma of the reply-all humiliations and the accidental omissions from the meeting invites. Every time they tried to leave you out, I was pulling you in closer to my side, showing you that your identity is not found in a title or a paycheck, but in being my beloved. Look at your hands. They are the hands of a conqueror, even if they currently tremble while typing a report. I am infusing them with a new authority. The office politics that once felt like a labyrinth will now appear as a straight path, because I am the light at the end of every hallway. When you feel the familiar knot of anxiety in your stomach as you pull into the office lot, breathe in my peace. That knot is being untied by my grace. I am rearranging the seating charts of your life. I am moving the scoffers away from your sphere of influence and surrounding you with those who will speak life into your vision. You have been in a season of pruning, where it felt like everything was being stripped away. But this was only to ensure that the harvest coming your way is pure and abundant. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the glass ceiling that others tried to place over your head. You were never meant to fit under their limitations. You were meant to soar above the clouds of corporate chatter. I am giving you a holy indifference to the opinions of those who do not know my plans for you. Their words are like chaff in the wind, but my word over you is a foundation of granite. In the coming days, watch for the small miracles, the sudden apology from a difficult coworker, the unexpected praise from a distant manager, the peace that settles over your desk like a warm blanket. These are the signposts that I am at work. You do not need to defend yourself. Your silence is your strength, and my spirit is your defense attorney. I am arguing your case in the courts of heaven, and the verdict has already been returned. You are justified, you are chosen, and you are being promoted. Not just in rank, but in spirit. Rest now in the knowledge that while they were plotting, I was providing. While they were whispering, I was whispering to the hearts of those who can open doors for you. You are entering a week of divine alignment. Every no that was spoken over you is being transformed into a yes by my hand. Keep your heart soft toward me and hard against the lies of the enemy. You are my masterpiece in the middle of a mundane office, and the beauty of your character is about to become undeniable even to those who tried to smudge the canvas. Look closely at the screen before you, for even the digital ink carries no power to harm the destiny I have written in the stars for your life. I have seen the emails sent in secret, the ones where your name was mentioned with a sneer, and the threads where you were intentionally excluded to make you feel small. Do not let your heart beat faster when you see those names in your inbox. I am the firewall around your soul. I am filtering the toxicity before it can even reach the inner sanctum of your peace. When they type their criticisms, I am causing their fingers to hesitate. When they seek to misinterpret your intentions in the boardroom, I am placing a divine confusion upon their tongues so that their accusations sound hollow and baseless to those who matter. I am your reputation's architect, and I do not build on sand. I build on the rock of my favor, and no storm of office politics can erode what I have established. Think of the cubicle walls not as barriers of isolation, but as the panels of a cocoon. I am doing a work in the quiet. I am refining your patience and sharpening your discernment. You have wondered why you were placed among such difficult personalities, why the friction has been so constant. It is because I am polishing you. You are the diamond being formed under the pressure of their expectations, and soon you will catch the light of my glory in a way that blinds their cynicism. Even now, I am moving in the hearts of the decision makers. While you are sleeping, I am giving your supervisors dreams and insights about your value. I am highlighting the work you did in secret, the extra hours you spent fixing a mistake that wasn't yours, the kind word you gave to the janitor, the integrity you held onto when it would have been easier to join the gossip. Nothing has escaped my gaze. I am the God who sees in the dark, and I am bringing your righteousness into the noonday sun. You have felt like an outsider, a stranger in a land of spreadsheets and deadlines, but you are an ambassador of my kingdom. Every time you walk through those glass doors, you are carrying an atmosphere of heaven that shifts the molecules of the room. This is why they react to you. They are reacting to the light within you that they cannot explain and cannot contain. I am teaching you the art of the holy silence. You do not need to clap back. You do not need to send the defensive follow-up. You do not need to seek out allies in the break room to validate your side of the story. I am your ally. I am your witness. I am the one who will stand up when the time is right and say, "This one belongs to me." Notice how the atmosphere is already beginning to shift. That one colleague who always had a sharp comment. Notice the sudden lack of eye contact, for they can no longer look at you without feeling the conviction of my spirit. That project that seemed destined for failure, because of someone else's negligence. Watch how I am turning the tables, making your contribution the very thing that saves the day. I'm not just silencing your enemies, I am making them footstools for your advancement. I am pouring out a spirit of creativity upon you that will leave your peers breathless. Where they see problems, you will see patterns. Where they see obstacles, you will see openings. This is not of your own intellect, but of my indwelling wisdom. I am the God who gave Joseph favor in the prison and Daniel favor in the palace, and I am the God who is giving you favor in this very office. You are not a victim of a corporate hierarchy. You are a recipient of a celestial inheritance. Breathe in my peace. Let it fill your lungs and steady your hands. The restless nights spent rehearsing what you should have said are over. I have taken the microphone from your accusers, and I have muted their microphones. Their whispers are becoming echoes, and those echoes are fading into nothingness. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies, not a table of literal food, but a table of opportunity, influence, and recognition. They will have to watch as I honor you. They will have to witness the fruit of your labor. And in that moment, I will give you the grace to be humble, to be kind, and to show them a glimpse of my character. You are becoming a leader not by title, but by the weight of your spirit. I am increasing your spiritual gravity. People will start coming to your desk not just for work advice, but because they sense a peace in you that they desperately need in their own chaotic lives. You are the watering hole in the middle of a dry desert. I am opening a new chapter this week. It is a chapter titled Vindication. You will not have to lift a finger to achieve it. You will simply have to stand still and see the salvation of your God. I am rearranging the seating charts, the project leads, and the reporting structures to align with my will for your promotion. Even the no you received last month was a not yet or a not this way. I was protecting you from a trap you couldn't see. Now I am clearing the path for a yes that carries no sorrow with it. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust the voice that tells you that you are enough, even when the world says you are lacking. You are my masterpiece, and I am still painting. The colors of your life are becoming more vibrant, the shadows are receding, and the final image is one of triumph. Rest in this. I am working on your behalf at levels you cannot even imagine. From the boardroom to the break room, my presence is your shield. You are hidden in the hollow of my hand, and no weapon formed against you, no matter how subtly it is wielded, shall prosper. This is my promise to you. Walk into your workplace tomorrow with your head held high, not in pride, but in the quiet confidence of one who knows they are loved by the Creator of the universe. The battle is not yours, it is mine, and I have never lost. I have seen the way you clench your steering wheel before walking into the building, taking those deep breaths to steady a heart that feels like it is under siege from the moment you swipe your badge. I have counted every tear you shed in the privacy of the bathroom stall when the weight of the unfairness felt too heavy to carry another step. I was there when you typed that email, deleted it, and chose the path of grace instead of the path of defense. That choice was not missed. It was recorded in the books of heaven. I am silencing the tongues that have woven webs of deceit around your name. Do not fear the secret meetings or the group chats where your reputation is being weighed by those who do not know your worth. I have already stepped into those digital and physical spaces. I am the silence that falls when they try to speak a lie against you. Have you noticed the sudden hesitation in your supervisor's voice when they intended to critique you? That was my hand pressing against their spirit, checking their words before they could take root. I am rewriting the narrative they have tried to publish about your competence. Think back to the presentation you gave last Thursday, the one where you felt the air grow heavy with judgment. I was the one who cleared your throat and gave you the words that pierced through their skepticism with an authority they could not explain. I am the one who made the data align in a way they could not refute, turning their intended traps into opportunities for you to shine. They are looking for a crack in your armor, a moment where your character fails under pressure, but they do not realize your armor is forged in the fires of my presence. There is a specific person, someone whose office door is often closed, who has been orchestrating a campaign to minimize your contributions. I see their heart. I see the deep-seated insecurity and the fear of being replaced that drives their ambition. While you have been praying for them, they have been plotting against you. But watch how I turn the tables. In the coming days, I will cause their own words to become the very evidence of their inconsistency. You won't need to defend yourself. Their own history will speak for you. I'm also touching the heart of the one who holds the power of the pen, the executive, the director, the decision-maker who has been fed half-truths about your performance. I am opening their eyes to see the fruit of your labor. They will begin to notice the small things, the way you stay late to help a teammate without seeking a reward, the way you mentor the interns with a genuine kindness that reflects my heart, the way you handle the impossible clients with a grace that defies human logic. This is not a coincidence. It is a divine revelation. I am pulling back the veil. You are worried about the upcoming performance review, the one you feel is being rigged to fail you or keep you stagnant. Listen to me. That review is already settled in my courts. I have graded you by a standard of faithfulness that the world cannot comprehend, and my excellent outweighs their satisfactory. I am placing a hedge of protection around your desk. When you sit there, you are on holy ground. The gossip that flows through the hallways, the toxic whispers that travel like a virus, will hit that hedge and dissolve into nothingness. You will find that people who used to avoid your gaze or cut you off in meetings are suddenly seeking your counsel. They won't know why, but their spirits recognize the light and the stability you carry. I am making you a pillar of peace in an office of shifting sand. There will be a moment this week, perhaps by the coffee machine or in the quiet of the parking lot, where someone will try to bait you into a conflict. They want you to react. They want you to step out of my peace and into their chaos so they can justify their perception of you. In that moment, I will give you a silence that is more powerful than any retort. Your stillness will be their undoing. It will be a mirror that reflects their own turmoil back to them, leading them to question their own motives. Do not be afraid of the missing credit for the project you led. I have an accounting system that never forgets a single hour of your sacrifice. The credit that was stolen will be returned with interest, and it will come from a source you least expect. I am preparing a promotion for you that isn't just a title change, but a platform for the influence I've promised you since the day you were born. It will come with a level of authority that requires the character I've been building in you through these very trials. Every ill word spoken against you has been turned into fuel for your furnace of refinement. You are stronger now than you were 3 months ago. You are more resilient. You are more dependent on my voice than ever before. Do not let your heart be troubled by the shadows on the wall. The light of the world is standing right behind you, and shadows are only proof that the light is present and blindingly bright. I am dealing with the lions in your workplace just as I dealt with the lions in Daniel's den. I will shut their mouths because you have been found blameless in my sight. You are not defined by a job description, a salary grade, or the opinions of people who only see the outward appearance. You are defined by my love. And because I love you, I am fighting for you with the host of heaven. I am moving the mountains of bureaucracy and the hills of professional jealousy that have blocked your path. I am clearing the deck for a new beginning. This is a season of supernatural favor where the rules of the world no longer apply to you. You will walk through doors that others have tried to lock and bolt shut. You will find resources where others found scarcity. You will find allies where you once saw only rivals. I'm even working on the heart of that one colleague who has been your greatest thorn, the one who seems to make it their mission to disrupt your day. I'm either going to change their heart, or I am going to move them out of your path entirely to a place where they can no longer hinder your progress. You do not need to worry about the how or the when. You only need to focus on the who. I am the Alpha and the Omega of your career. I saw your first day, and I see your last. I see the destiny that lies beyond this current cubicle and this current conflict. Stay in my presence. Keep your eyes on me, not on the screen or the clock. When the noise of the office gets too loud, retreat into the secret place of your heart where I dwell. There, you will find the strength to endure and the wisdom to excel. I am pouring out a fresh anointing on your hands. Everything you touch, the spreadsheets, the designs, the conversations, will begin to prosper in a way that defies explanation. This is the beginning of your vindication. This is the silencing of the accuser. Rest in my love. Breathe in my peace. The week ahead is already won, and the victory will be sweeter than you can imagine. I'm even now speaking to the people you haven't met yet, the ones who will open the next door for you. I am preparing their hearts to receive you with favor. You are my child, and no one can snatch you out of my hand, nor can they snatch the blessings I have earmarked for your life. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders. Let the knots in your stomach untie themselves. I am in control. Listen to the hush that is beginning to descend upon the hallways you walk. I am moving through the corridors of your office, touching the minds of those who have misunderstood your intentions and those who have intentionally distorted your words. You have felt the weight of their scrutiny, the coldness of their calculated glances, and the sting of being excluded from the conversations that matter. But I tell you, I am the master of the narrative. While they were busy crafting a story of your failure, I was already writing the chapter of your triumph. Every email sent in malice, every whispered criticism by the water cooler, every subtle attempt to undermine your authority, I have intercepted them all. They are like arrows shot into a gale. They will not find their mark because my favor surrounds you like a shield. I am confusing the language of your detractors, just as I did at Babel. Where they seek to agree on a way to bring you low, they will find only disagreement and discord among themselves. Their schemes will unravel because they are built on the sand of envy, while your position is built on the rock of my purpose. Do you remember the meeting last Tuesday? The moment your heart began to race as the questions became pointed and the atmosphere grew heavy. I was there, standing beside you. I was the one who gave you the words that calmed the storm, even if you felt your voice trembling. I am working even in those moments of vulnerability. I am teaching you that your strength is not found in your cleverness or your ability to defend yourself, but in your willingness to let me be your advocate. When you are tempted to fire back a sharp response, I am the gentle hand on your shoulder, urging you to stay silent. Your silence is not weakness. It is a sign of your trust in my sovereignty. The more you step back, the more room you give me to step forward. I am examining the ledger of your hard work, the hours you put in when no one was watching, the integrity you showed when it would have been easier to cut corners. Do not think for a moment that your diligence has gone unnoticed. While others are busy seeking the spotlight, I am preparing a platform for you that will not dim. I am dealing with the pharaohs in your life, those who demand more than is fair and offer no gratitude. I am showing them that you are under my protection. Even now, I am softening the heart of the one who holds the power to promote you. I am bringing your name to their mind in the quiet hours of the night. I am highlighting your skills and your character in ways that will make it impossible for them to overlook you any longer. You have been worried about the upcoming project, the one that feels like a mountain you cannot climb. I have already leveled the path. I have already placed the right resources and the right people in your trajectory. You will not stumble. You will not fall. The very people who expected you to fail will be the ones who have to witness your success, not so you can boast, but so they can see that there is a God who fights for his children. I am healing the trauma of past toxic workplaces that you have carried into this one. The fear that history will repeat itself is a lie from the shadow. This is a new season. I am doing a new thing. Can you not perceive it? The atmosphere is shifting. The tension that used to meet you at the front door is beginning to dissipate. I am making your workplace a sanctuary where my light can shine through you. Every spreadsheet you reconcile is an act of worship. Every difficult client you handle with grace is a testament to my spirit within you. I am expanding your capacity to handle the pressure because I am preparing you for a larger territory. This current conflict is but a training ground. It is the fire that tempers the steel. You are becoming more resilient, more compassionate, and more focused. I am stripping away the need for man's approval so that you can be fully satisfied with mine. When you realize that my well done is the only accolade that truly matters, the noise of the world will lose its power over you. I am reaching into the hidden corners of your office, the places where seeds of bitterness were planted, and I am uprooting them. I am replacing the spirit of competition with a spirit of collaboration. But if they refuse to change, I will separate you from them entirely. I am the architect of your career path, and I do not make mistakes in the blueprint. There is a specific door I am preparing to open, a door that no man can shut, no matter how hard they try. This door leads to a place of rest, influence, and abundance. You have been faithful in the little, and I am about to make you ruler over much. Breathe deeply now. Let the air fill your lungs with the knowledge of my presence. You are not an orphan in this corporate world. You are an ambassador of my kingdom. The badge you wear and the title on your door are secondary to the identity I have given you. You are my beloved. You are chosen. You are more than a conqueror through me. As you go into the next few days, expect the unexpected. Look for the small miracles in the mundane. A sudden change in a colleague's attitude, an unexpected word of praise from a superior, or a breakthrough on a problem that seemed unsolvable. These are the tokens of my favor. I am working behind the scenes, rearranging the stars in your professional sky. Do not be afraid of the giants. They are only there to show you how great I am when they fall. I am with you in the elevator, in the break room, and at your desk. You are never, ever alone. I am the God who sees you, and I am the God who speaks for you when you have no voice left. Rest in this truth. Let it anchor your soul. I have heard the hushed conversations by the water cooler, those whispers that trail off when you walk into the room. I have seen the way some have sharpened their tongues like swords, preparing to strike at your reputation behind closed doors. But listen to me now. I am the one who holds the keys to every heart and the breath in every lung. Even as they prepare their arguments and polish their criticisms, I am moving in the unseen realms. I am placing a divine seal upon their lips. Those who sought to disparage your work will find their words losing their weight. Their accusations will fall like autumn leaves, brittle, dry, and powerless. When they open their mouths to speak against you, they will find an inexplicable hesitation, a sudden confusion that prevents the poison from reaching its mark. I am your defender. I am the legal counsel in the court of heaven, and I have already cleared your name. Do you remember that afternoon, just last week, when you felt a sudden pang of anxiety while looking at that spreadsheet? You felt as though you were being watched, judged by invisible standards that you could never quite meet. In that moment, I was standing between you and the spirit of condemnation. I saw the reply-all email that was intended to expose your perceived flaw, and I redirected the focus of those who read it. What they meant for your embarrassment, I turned into a catalyst for your growth. I am teaching you that your worth is not tied to a performance review or the fickle opinions of people who do not see your heart. I see the extra hours you put in when the office is dark, the way you choose integrity when it would be easier to cut corners, and the kindness you show to the intern whom everyone else ignores. These things are recorded in my book, and they carry more weight than any corporate metric. Think of the colleague who seems determined to undermine you, the one whose shadow seems to darken your workspace. Do not fear them. I am doing a work in their life that you cannot see, but more importantly, I am using their resistance to strengthen your resolve. They are the friction that is polishing your character into a diamond. I am silencing the tongue of the accuser not just by stopping their words, but by making your results so undeniable that no lie can stick to you. You are entering a season of divine immunity. Just as the Hebrew children walked through the fire and did not even smell of smoke, you will walk through this season of office politics and professional maneuvering, and not a single ounce of bitterness will cling to your spirit. I am giving you a holy indifference to the drama. While others are consumed by who is getting promoted or who is being sidelined, you will be anchored in a deep, internal well of peace. I want you to look at your desk differently tomorrow. See it as an altar. See your computer screen as a canvas where we work together. When the phone rings and you feel that familiar tightening in your chest, remember that I am the one filtering the call. Nothing reaches you that has not first passed through my hands of love. I am even now influencing the mind of your supervisor. In their quiet moments, in their dreams, and in their strategic planning, I am bringing your name to the forefront of their thoughts, not with criticism, but with a sense of curiosity and favor. I am highlighting your strengths in their eyes, making your contributions shine with a light that is not of this world. There is a project coming, something that feels slightly beyond your current capacity. When it lands on your desk, do not shrink back. This is the specific door I told you about. It is the platform I have built for you to demonstrate the wisdom I have deposited within you. As you work on it, you will find ideas flowing into your mind that you did not put there. You will find yourself speaking with an authority that surprises even you. This is the sound of my voice echoing through yours. I am silencing the tongues of doubt within your own mind as well. Those internal whispers that tell you that you are a fraud, that you are just lucky, or that the other shoe is about to drop, I am rebuking those lies. You are not there by accident. You are not there by luck. You are there by my sovereign appointment. I have placed you in that specific department, in that specific chair, because you are the light that that dark corner of the marketplace needs. When the atmosphere gets heavy, breathe out a prayer of thanksgiving. Praise is the weapon that muzzles the lions. When you praise me in the middle of a stressful deadline, you are effectively building a wall of fire around your mind. I am expanding your territory, but I am doing it quietly first. I am strengthening your roots before I grow your branches. Do not be discouraged by the slow pace of change. A forest is not grown in a day, but every second the trees are reaching higher. I am with you in the mundane tasks, the filing, the data entry, the repetitive meetings. I am there, weaving a tapestry of purpose through every minute. You are being prepared for a seat at a table you haven't even seen yet. The tongues that speak ill of you now will one day be the same tongues that speak of your remarkable rise, wondering how you stayed so calm while the storm raged around you. They will see that there is something different about you, and that difference is my glory. Rest tonight with the windows of your soul open to my peace. The battles of tomorrow have already been fought and won in the quiet of this night. You do not need to prepare a defense. I am your shield. You do not need to lobby for your position. I am your promoter. Every word spoken against you in secret is being neutralized by the word I have spoken over you in eternity. You are safe. You are seen. You are shielded. Let the rhythm of your heart sync with mine, for we are walking this path together, step by divine step. As the morning light touches your desk tomorrow, know that I have already walked the hallways of your office, setting a guard over every cubicle and corner where your name might be mentioned. You often feel the weight of those unspoken glances, the subtle shifts in the room when you enter, the way voices drop into hushed tones behind closed doors. Do not let your heart be troubled by the shadows they cast. I am the light that reveals the truth, and no shadow can withstand my presence. When you sit at your computer and the emails begin to flood in, some carrying the sharp edge of professional rivalry or the coldness of exclusion, take a deep breath. Imagine my hand resting on your shoulder. I am filtering every word that reaches you. Those who seek to undermine your progress are not merely contending with your skills, they are contending with the grace I have placed upon your life. I have seen the way you held your peace when you were interrupted in the boardroom. I saw the way you gave credit to another, even when you were the one who labored through the night to meet the deadline. That integrity is a fragrance that fills the heavens, even if it seems ignored by those around you. I am recording every act of hidden faithfulness. The very people who currently view your kindness as a weakness will soon find it to be the foundation of your strength. I am teaching you how to be a leader who does not need to roar to be heard. Your quiet confidence, rooted in me, is more piercing than any shout. Think of the specific individual who has been the source of your greatest anxiety, the one whose words feel like thorns in your side. Even now, I am softening the hard ground of their heart. They are reacting out of their own lack, their own fear of being replaced, their own exhaustion. Pray for them in the secret places of your heart and watch how I change the atmosphere around you. You are not a victim of office politics. You are an ambassador of my kingdom in a place that desperately needs my peace. When the lunch hour comes and you feel the sting of being left out of the inner circle, remember that you belong to the highest circle of all. I am preparing a feast for you in the presence of those who would see you fail. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut, and I am the one who shuts the mouths of the lions. You have felt the weariness of trying to prove your worth, of trying to justify your seat at the table. Lay that burden down. You do not need to prove what I have already validated. Your value is not tied to your quarterly reviews or the approval of a supervisor who does not see your full potential. I see the you that is still emerging, the one who is being forged in the fire of these difficult assignments. Every frustrating meeting where you felt sidelined was actually a classroom where I was teaching you the art of discernment. You are learning to hear my voice above the noise of the world. Notice the small miracles tomorrow, the unexpected smile from a stranger, the way a complex problem suddenly finds a simple solution, the moment of peace that washes over you during a chaotic afternoon. These are my love notes to you, reminders that I am in the details. The tongues that speak ill of you are like the wind. They may howl for a season, but they cannot move the mountain that I have made you to be. I am building in you a resilience that will serve you in the higher places I am taking you. You cannot carry the weight of the crown if you have not first learned to carry the weight of the cross in the mundane. Let the rhythm of your typing be a cadence of worship. Let your attention to detail be an offering of excellence. I am the God of the breakthrough, but I am also the God of the process. I am refining your character until it shines like burnished gold. When you feel lonely in your integrity, remember that Elijah felt the same, yet I had thousands who had not bowed the knee. You are not alone. There are others in that very building who are watching you, seeking the hope that you carry, even if they haven't found the courage to speak of it yet. Your life is a sermon that is being read by the skeptical and the hurting. Stay the course. Do not stoop to the level of those who use their words as weapons. Use your words as medicine. When you speak, let it be seasoned with salt, bringing out the best in the situations you encounter. I am silencing the accuser not just for your comfort, but for my glory to be revealed through your steady, unshakable peace. The ground you walk on is holy because I am there with you. Whether you are in a skyscraper or a home office, the space is consecrated. Rest in the knowledge that your reputation is safer in my hands than it could ever be in your own. I am your defender. I am your vindicator. I am your very great reward. As you close your eyes tonight, let the tension drain from your neck and shoulders. Let the replay of the day's conflicts fade into the background. I am erasing the recordings of the harsh words spoken against you. They will not take root. They will not bear fruit. Only my word over you shall stand. We will walk into that office together tomorrow, and you will see that the giants are not nearly as tall as they seemed when you were looking at them through the lens of fear. Look through the lens of my love, and you will see they are simply people in need of the very grace I am pouring into you. As you look through that lens of love, you will find that the sharp edges of your resentment begin to dull, replaced by a profound and quiet pity for those who know no other way to climb than by pulling others down. Morning will arrive with a soft, persistent glow, pressing against your curtains like a reminder of things you have yet to see. As you reach for your phone, that first instinct to check the messages that wounded you yesterday will be met with a sudden, unexplainable stillness in your chest. I am there in that stillness. I am the gap between the thought of worry and the feeling of panic. You will notice the small things more clearly tomorrow. The way the steam rises from your favorite chipped mug, the rhythmic sound of your own breathing, the quiet dignity of simply being alive. These are not distractions. They are the anchors I am giving you to keep you from being swept away by the storm of other people's opinions. As you drive, or walk, or sit in the transit of your commute, I am clearing the air around you. Think of it as a spiritual filtration system, removing the toxins of resentment before they can reach your heart. When you walk into the lobby, the air will feel different. You might expect to feel the familiar prickle of anxiety at the base of your neck, the fight or flight response that has become your shadow. But tomorrow, that shadow will find no place to hide. I am casting a light so bright that shadows have no choice but to dissolve. You will see the person who spoke those cutting words, the one who whispered behind your back in the break room while the coffee pot hummed, and you will find that their eyes do not hold the power they once did. I am placing a seal upon their lips, not a seal of punishment, but a seal of restraint. When they open their mouths to speak ill of you, they will find their thoughts fragmented, their words losing their edge, their conviction faltering. I am confusing the language of the proud to protect the peace of the humble. You will see them look away, unable to meet your gaze, not because you are intimidating, but because the presence I have draped around you like a cloak is more than their current state can bear. There is a specific meeting tomorrow, isn't there? The one where you feel you must defend your every move, where your work is scrutinized not for its quality, but for its flaws. I will be the invisible advocate at the table. I will prompt the right person to speak a word of unexpected support. I will cause the one who intended to criticize to find interest in a different topic altogether. I am the master of the narrative. Your story is not being written by the pens of those who dislike you. It is being written by my finger upon the tablets of eternity. Every time you feel that surge of what if, replace it with I am. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. The projects that feel like burdens are actually platforms for my grace. That spreadsheet, that report, that difficult conversation, they are the altars where you offer your excellence to me. And because you offer it to me, I will ensure its value is recognized where it matters most. Do you remember the time you felt completely forgotten? That season where you worked in the shadows and felt your efforts were invisible. That was the season I was strengthening your roots. Now that you are in the sun, do not fear the wind. The wind only proves how deep those roots have gone. Even now, as you prepare for sleep, I am working in the hearts of your colleagues. I am visiting them in their own restlessness, bringing to their minds the kindness you have shown them, even when they didn't deserve it. I am making your character haunt their conscience in the best possible way, until their ill will turns into a quiet, begrudging respect, and eventually into a wonder they cannot explain. You don't have to fight for your seat at the table. I have already carved your name into the wood. You don't have to shout to be heard. My whisper carries more weight than their loudest roar. Tomorrow, when you feel the urge to explain yourself, to justify your heart, or to strike back with a clever retort, feel my hand on your shoulder. Listen for the sound of my shhh. There is more power in your silence than in their noise. There is more victory in your steady hand than in their grasping. I am building a hedge around your reputation that no rumor can scale. I am building a fortress around your peace that no office politics can breach. You are my child, and no one speaks against my child without answering to me. But my answer is often to transform the situation so completely that your enemies are forced to become witnesses to my favor. Rest now. Truly rest. Do not play out the should-haves or the could-haves. I have already taken those broken pieces and woven them into a tapestry of protection. The office is just a building, the people are just souls, but you are a temple. And I do not let my temple be desecrated by the words of the passing world. We will face the dawn together, and you will find that the air is easier to breathe than it has been in months. The weight is lifting. The tide is turning. The silence I am imposing on the tongues of others is the beginning of a new song I am placing in your heart. Think of the small victory you had today, the one no one else saw. Maybe it was just choosing not to hit send on a sharp email, or maybe it was a brief moment of gratitude amidst the chaos. I saw it. I celebrated it. Those small movements of the soul are what build the kingdom. You are not just an employee, you are an ambassador. and an ambassador never travels without the full support and protection of the country they represent. My resources are at your disposal. If you need wisdom, I will pour it out. If you need courage, I will be the fire in your bones. If you need peace, I will be the cool water for your spirit. Consider the person who seems the most determined to see you fail. I am working even there. I am not just silencing their tongue, I am softening the hard ground of their heart. You might see them pause tomorrow, a look of confusion crossing their face as they realize their old tactics no longer trigger you. That is my grace at work. I am making you unshakable. When they throw stones of criticism, they will bounce off the shield of my favor. When they weave webs of complication, I will provide you with the direct path through. You are entering a season where your results will speak louder than any rumor ever could. I am granting you a clarity of mind that will allow you to solve problems others find insurmountable. This is how I will vindicate you, not through an argument, but through an undeniable excellence that comes from my spirit. You will find yourself finishing tasks with a grace that defies the clock. You will find words of wisdom coming to your tongue that you didn't know you possessed. And in the middle of it all, you will feel my presence like a warm breeze in a cold room. You are not a victim of your workplace. You are a victor in my name. I am rewriting the atmosphere of that department. I am shifting the culture through your quiet persistence. Every time you choose to love, every time you choose to remain calm, you are tearing down a stronghold. You are not just working for a paycheck. You are working for the restoration of the world, starting with the cubicle next to yours. Feel the tension leaving your jaw. Feel your hands relaxing. I have already secured your tomorrow. There is nothing they can say that can change my mind about you. There is no lie they can tell that can dim your light. I have called you by name. You are mine. And because you are mine, the weapons formed against you, whether they be words, emails, or hidden agendas, will not prosper. They will simply wither in the light of my truth. Rest now in the shadow of my wings. I am the silence in the noise, the peace in the storm, and the defender of your soul. As you prepare to face the dawn, understand that the armor I clothe you in is not made of steel, but of a peace that passes all understanding. When you stand before the mirror, do not see a weary employee. See a child of the Most High, commissioned for a mission that transcends your job description. I am the one who breathes life into your weary bones. When you step into your car or onto the train, let the commute be your sanctuary. I am silencing the internal critics, those echoes of past failures that the enemy uses to harmonize with the voices in your office. Those voices say you are not enough, but my voice says you are more than a conqueror. Think of the one who whispers behind their hand when you walk into the break room. I am placing a spiritual heaviness upon their words so that they fall to the ground before they can reach another's ear. I am causing a divine forgetfulness to come over those who plot against you. They will gather in their secret meetings, but they will find their tongues tied and their logic failing. Where they intended to weave a web of confusion around your name, I am instead weaving a garment of honor. I am the one who watches the sent folders of those who would use their keyboards as weapons. I am the filter that catches the venom. When you sit at your desk, notice how the atmosphere begins to change. The air will feel different, thicker with my grace, thinner with the tension of competition. I am the God of the impossible deadline. I am the God of the missing resource. I am the one who will bring to your remembrance the very detail that everyone else overlooked. This is how I will silence them, by making your light so bright that their darkness has nowhere to hide. They will try to find fault in your reports, but they will find only excellence. They will try to find cracks in your character, but they will find only the fruit of my spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I am even now dealing with the gatekeepers, those who have tried to block your path to advancement. I am shifting their hearts or shifting their positions. You do not need to push your way through doors. I am the one who hinges them. I am the one who oils the tracks so they slide open at the perfect moment. When you speak in meetings, your voice will carry a weight it never had before. It will not be a loud voice, but it will be a resonant one. It will be a voice that speaks truth without arrogance and offers solutions without ego. Even your enemies will find themselves nodding in agreement, surprised by the wisdom that flows from you. Consider the silent treatment you have received from certain cliques. I am turning that silence into a hedge of protection. While they exclude you, I am secluding you for my glory. I am using that time to pour into you, to build your internal reserves, to prepare you for the level of influence that is coming. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. You are not being ignored. You are being insulated. I see the sleepless nights you spent worrying about that one specific individual, the one who seems to have made it their life's work to undermine you. I am speaking to them in the night watches. I am disturbing their peace so that they can no longer find joy in their malice. I am bringing a conviction upon them that will either lead to their transformation or their departure. You do not need to lift a finger in your own defense. Vengeance is mine, and my version of vengeance is the restoration of justice and the humbling of the proud. Watch for the small miracles tomorrow. Watch for the unexpected thank you from a difficult client. Watch for the software glitch that gets resolved just as you were about to give up. Watch for the way the person who usually ignores you suddenly catches your eye and smiles. These are the signatures of my presence. I am marking your workspace as holy ground. Your cubicle, your office, your station. It is an altar where you offer up your work as a sacrifice of praise. And I am the fire that consumes that sacrifice and turns it into a sweet-smelling aroma that permeates the entire building. Do not be weary in well-doing. The harvest is not just coming. The first fruits are already appearing. The tongues that spoke against you are beginning to stammer. The hands that worked against you are beginning to falter. But your hands, I am making them steady. Your tongue, I am making it a tree of life. Rest in the knowledge that I am the ultimate CEO, the sovereign supervisor, and the defender of the diligent. I have seen every tear shed in the bathroom stall. I have heard every sigh of frustration. I have counted every hour of overtime that went unrecorded. I am the great rewarder, and I am about to settle the account in your favor. Think of the project that feels like a heavy weight, the one that the critics say will be your undoing. I am breathing a supernatural creativity into that very task. Where others see a dead end, I am showing you a hidden path. Where others see a deficit, I am revealing a hidden surplus. I am aligning the stars of your career, not by chance, but by my sovereign design. I am the one who gives you favor with the king, with those in high positions who have the power to change your circumstances with a single stroke of a pen. But remember, their hearts are in my hand, and I turn them like channels of water wherever I wish. You will feel a physical shift in your body as you work. The tension in your neck will dissolve as you realize you are not carrying the burden alone. I am your coworker, your consultant, and your cheerleader. When the environment becomes toxic, you will be the oxygen. When the culture becomes cynical, you will be the hope. This is the quiet revolution of my grace. It doesn't come with a shout or a protest. It comes with a consistent, humble excellence that eventually becomes undeniable. Even the emails that were meant to be traps will become platforms for your integrity to shine. Every word written against you will be like a boomerang, returning to the sender not to harm them, but to reveal to them their own need for my grace. I am using your life to pull others toward me, even the ones who think they are your enemies. They are not fighting you. They are fighting the light within you because it exposes their own shadows. Be kind to them. Be the grace they don't deserve, because that is how I have been to you. Your future in this company, or in the one I am preparing for you next, is not held in a human resources file. It is held in my nail-scarred hands. No algorithm can determine your worth. No quarterly review can define your value. I am the one who gives you your identity, and I say you are exceedingly capable, highly favored, and divinely protected. The whispers are fading. Can you hear the silence growing? That is the sound of my peace taking territory. That is the sound of the enemy retreating. In the coming days, you will look for those who opposed you, and you will find they have lost their influence. You will look for the trouble they caused, and you will find it has been smoothed over by my providence. You are standing on the threshold of a great vindication. Do not rush it. Do not try to help me out by defending yourself. Just stand. Stand in my strength, stand in my love, and watch what I will do. I am the Lord your God, and I do not lose battles. I do not fail my children. And I will certainly not fail you in the midst of this cubicle, this office, or this boardroom. You are mine.